Masechta Sanhedrin, Daf Kuf Gimel Amar Aleph. Zaki, what Rabbi Yechon said, Kol Hayim Menashe and Lechelek Leim Haba. Whoever says Menashe doesn't have a Chelek Leim Haba, Merapi Yedem Shabali Tshuva. He's weakening the hands of the Baldi's Tshuva. The Tana Kamed Rabbi Yechon in the Brais was learned before Rabbi Yechon Menashe also Tshuva. Menashe the Tshuva Shlesh Meshana Shalish Shanim for 33 last years. Like it says in the pasuk. Ben 12 years old is when Menashe ruled. Became king. And 55 years he ruled over Yerushalayim. And he did but evil, planting the Asherah tree like Achav, and serving the Asherah tree like Achav, the king of Yisrael. Kama Malach Achav Esmatatin Shnin. How many years did Achav rule? 22 years. Menashe, Kama Malach. How many years did Menashe rule? 55 years. Remove 22 years in which he sinned like the Chet of Achav. Pashalahu, Tlasim was Tlas. So you have remainder of 33 years in which Menashe did not sin. Only he was about tshuva. So of course, for 33 years to do tshuva and say his tshuva wasn't accepted, that will weaken the hands of the Baal tshuva. What is the cover of the pasuk in the Geder Tefillah of Menashe? Vayishmai love, vayechasei love. It says that that Hashem listened to him, that he davened, and Hashem listened to him. It should have said vayasalei. That's the normal lashon of listening. That Hashem listened to him. Known because the pasuk is coming to teach him last. Only the Hebishter made like for him in the heavens, barakia like a tunnel. In order that the Hebishter should be mekabel his tshuva in a hidden way, because the Midas Hadin was holding back from accepting his tshuva. So that's why they accepted tshuva seisa. That's what it means by Yechasa, that the Eibishter dug a tunnel for him in order to should be in a hidden place where the Eibishter accepts his tshuva. So that's Rabbi Yechon. What is this that it's written? In the beginning, it sounds like it's the first kingdom of the rulership of Yehoiakim, the son of Yeshiyahu. See, Bereish Mamlachas Tzidkiyahu, and the same thing it says, Bereish is by the rulership of Tzidkiyahu. It sounds like that was the beginning of the institution of Melucha, and the Melucha is before it. Only the pasuk is coming to tell you this lashon, because Bereish is because HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, really, the Eibishter wanted to return this world to destroy the world. Because of the evilness of Yehoiakim, the Stark, but the Eibishter looked at the generation of Yehoiakim that they were tzaddik and the Eibishter calmed down. Similarly, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Bishvil Degeshel Tzidkiyahu. They wanted to destroy the world like it was Mibereshis at the beginning because of the sin of the generation of Tzidkiyahu. The start of Tzidkiyahu, they to look at Tzidkiyahu himself and his Karadaitai, and they to come down and he didn't destroy the world. What do you mean? But Tzidkiyahu Nabiksir, but again, Tzidkiyahu, it's also written, Vayas Harabein Hashem, he did whatever's evil in the eyes of Hashem. So how do you say he was a tzaddik? And the Kavanim wasn't that he himself did Avedas, rather he was able to protest on the actions of the Rishaim of his nation. He didn't. That's why it's as if he sinned in those meisim, but he himself was a tzaddik. What is this that it's written in the pasuk? Ish chacham nishpat. Ish chacham, a wise man, referring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ish evel, the Narsha person, and Rasha v'ragas v'salchak ve'ein nachaz, and there's the anger Hashem treats them or with a happy face, and there's no fear. I got angry on the achas Rasha the king of Yudin, and south of Yad Malchi Damascus. And I gave him into the hands of the rulers of Damascus in order that he should do tshuva. Nevertheless, he shechted kabbanis and gave kabbanis to their gods. Never, like it says in the Pasuk, he shechted kabbanis to the Getchke, Damascus, that was beating him. That's how he lost the war. He said, "Oh, the gods of the kings of Aram are helping him. So I'll shecht them so those gods shall help me." And this was a stumbling block to him and Klal Yisrael. But Sheni, so chakti mamatzia. I showed Panim Sircha case, a happy face, a nice face to Amatzim El Yehuda. And I let him win over the ruler of Edom, and I gave Edom into his hands. Nevertheless, he brought their gods with him to Yehuda, and he bowed to them. It says after Amatzia came from beating the Hadayim, what did he do? He brought their getchkes. He brought the getchkes, the idols, and he placed them as gods. Well, if they in front of them, they bowed, and to him they brought kabbanis. This is what people say. I cried to the master, but he didn't realize it. I smiled to the master, but he didn't either realize it. He says, woe is to the master who doesn't realize what is happening, whether that happening is good or bad. He can't. So, woe to those people, to the Yidden, that they can't tell when the Eibishter is helping them. And he's doing something bad in order to do tshuva. He's doing something good to encourage them to continue in the right path. Either way, it helped. It says, it says, all the officers of the king of Bavel entered into Yerushalayim and sat by the gate of Tova, which was the middle gate. Sagt die Gemara, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Mishum Rabbi Yochai. Rabbi Yochanan said in the name of Shimon ben Yochai, Markim Shem Echat by Allah is there with the Batidinim and the Harabayis, and in the Azor, that's where they paskin the din in the Sanhedrin. This is what people say. The place where the Adin hangs up his special chashva chafetzim and respect the chafetzim, like his armor. There they hang up the disgusting chafetzim, like the cups or whatever of a shepherd. So, meaning in the place where they paskin the covered the kalach is there. The sari baba was passing their din. Siman house day, batim leisuna. The siman that we're going to talk about is fields, houses. Nothing will happen. Leisunim, nothing will happen. What is this? That it's written as the ish atzalavarti on the fill of the lazy one I have passed by. And on the kedem of the vineyard, his chasalet is missing. Is a lacking of sense. And it was all overgrown with thorns. And he covered himself with metals. We're going to talk later that he was a Rasha. He was telling David, I don't need your son, I have the light from the metals. And its stones lay in ruins. As they ish atzalavarti ze'achas. On this, that it says, on the fields of the lazy I passed, is going on Achas. Why was he called lazy? Because he stopped learning Torah and he was Mavatul David in the Mikdash. On the vineyards, a person who was lacking sense, Menashe. Menashe erased the names of Hashem in the days, and he was Mavatul David in the Beis Hamikdash. And behold, it was overgrown with thorns. This is referring to Amen Harasha, who's the son of Menashe. And that in his time, that they stopped using the Mizbeach, and it was full of spider webs. He covered his face with metals. That he covered his face from the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He told the Eibush he doesn't need his light. And the wall, the fence, was laying in ruins in its in its stones. So it says there it's Tzidkiyahu was a tzaddik shenach Beis Hamikdash, that the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed. That's the Ged Avona B'Yamav in his days, because he was able to protest on the bad actions of his people, and he did it. The four groups that they don't receive the face of the Shekhinah. Kat Leisim, the class of scoffers, Kat Shakronim, the group of liars, Kat Chanifim, the group of flatterers, Kat Mesapim Lashon Hara, the group that speaks Lashon Hara, Kat Leitzim Leitzim Mashach Yodei Es Leitzim. It says he withdrew his hands from the scoffers. Hashem, not to get close to them. Kat Shakronim, the group of Shakronim, the Hashem said, David Shkarim, those that speak lies, Lo Yikin Lenegdi, would not be established before my eyes. The group of flatterers, it's written, for before him no flatterers should come. The group of Lashon Hara, it says, for you are not a God who Resham, who wants wickedness. Evil cannot live together with you. Tzaddik, you Hashem are tzaddik. Therefore, no evil should be in your dwelling. What is this that is written in the pasuk? That no evil will should befall you, and it says, nor should any plague come in your tent. That the Yetzirah shouldn't rule over you. That you shouldn't find your wife coming back from your journey, that she should be a suffix leader when you come back from your journey. Rather, she should be mutter to you. A suffix is even worse than a vade nida. A vade nida, it's out of your head. A suffix nida, you say, maybe she's not, she's sorry. That's even worse. So it shouldn't happen. That's what it means. Another pshat is that you shouldn't be feared with bad dreams and bad thoughts. Means that you shouldn't have a son that or a student that burns his dish in the public, because it's a bizayon. It's disrespectful when he bring to do that, and it brings shame to those that taught him, to those that had him. Zakt Gemara, Ad Kam Birchei Aviv, till this point, his father blessed him. These are brachas that are very more spiritual. He shouldn't he shouldn't have his Yetzirah rule over him. The Nida. These are all spiritual things that come from the father's bracha. The mother talks about protection for the son, like we're going to see. From here on, it's going to be the brachas of the mother. Hashem will charge his or send his malachim for you to guard you in all your ways. Al kapayim simcha, the palms they will carry you. Or it says al shachal fesin tidrich, upon the lion and the snakes you will tread, meaning you'll trample the young lion and the snakes. So ad kam b'chasei of imay, till here is the bracha of the mother. From this point on is the bracha from Shamayim from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kivi shachak, it says, Kivi shachak v'afalteyu. For you yearned after me, and I will deliver him. Asagveyu, and I will elevate him. Ki yodesh me, because he knows my name. Yikaeni, he will call upon me, and I will answer him. Ima yanech mitzara. I am with him in the tzara. Achatseyu v'achavdeyu, I will release him, and v'achavdeyu, and I will honor him. Eirech yom mazbeyu, I will saturate him with long life. And I will show him my salvation. What is this that it says in the Pasuk? And it will hold from the Rishayim the light, Uzayah, Rama, and the high arm, Tishava, you will be broken. Why is the letter Ayin in Rishayim elevated? It looks like Rasha, because immediately when a person loses his friends in this world, the people hate him. So then Nasa Rosh Milamayla, you should know that he's also hated by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's why it says that Rashim B'Lashon Rabim Rosh Milamata Rosh Milamayla. In fact, what it will nicht be cloud. No, but if this is the point of the pasuk, so let the ayin not be written at all. Let's say Rosh. That he had many enemies, but he wasn't a Rasha. That's why the pasuk says Shayim with a ayin and tluya elevated. That he had also a lot of people that hated him, but he wasn't a Rasha, to teach us that only the Shayim are included in this drasha, but not tzaddikim. That the tzaddikim could have enemies in this world, but nevertheless the Eibishter loves them. Menashe learned 55 shatim in Teres Kainim, corresponding every year of his rulership. Achav 85 ways of Chumash Vayikra. Yeravam Meya Ushleisha Panim B'Sefer Vayikra. Yeravam Dashim 103 drashes b'negeya to Vayikra. Okay, different pshat. Tanya, I'm going to Hayyarab Meya Avshalom, the son of David, who rebelled against his father. Never like it says in the passage about Yaakov Avshalom. It says first they hit him, meaning they kill him. Then it says they kill him. So why do we need a double lash about Yaakov? By the Mazet, they killed him in this world. Mitzvah is going on in Abba. Tanya, we learned in the Brayso Rabbi Shimon Elazar, Mishum Rab Meya, Achazia, who are also kings of Yehuda, Chomach Yisol Shekos Bahem, and all the kings of Yehuda, in which it's written, Yas Harab Ein Hashem, Loi Chayim, Loi Nedoinim. They're not going to have Chisamesim, nor will they go to Gehenna. Gam Dam Noki Shafach Menashe Har Meid Ad Hashem Elis Yishlayim Pelapeh. Also pure blood, Menashe poured from one side of Yerushalayim to the other side of Yerushalayim, from one gate to the other gate. Is it possible to fill Yerushalayim from one end to another end with blood? So two answers. Here in Babel they tied Shari Yeshaya, that he killed Yeshaya Navi. And the neshama of a tzaddik is equal to the blood from one end of the other end of Eretz Yisrael. But Marava Amri in Eretz Yisrael they learn Shasa Tzelem Asri Ela B'nei Yadam V'Chol V'Yayim V'Rikas Kulam. He made that tell him that the getchke weighed so heavy that 1,000 people would carry it, till at the end of the day they would get crushed under it, and he would kill them 1,000 people a day. Like who did this sheet of Rabbi Chana say? That neshama of one tzaddik is equal to the whole world. Harag, like the sheet that says Menashe killed Yeshaya, and it says that he miles Yishalayim pelapeh b'dam, that he filled Yishalayim from one end to the other. So you see, it's like he filled the whole Yishalayim with a whole bunch of, he killed a whole bunch of people from one end to the other end of Yishalayim. Just by killing a Navi. Not just, but killing a Navi. It's written in one pasuk. It says that Menashe placed a pesel in the base of the king. It says pesel l'lashon yachid. Uksiv in another pasuk it says v'hemed ha'ashenim v'apsilim l'lashon rabim. L'chayda these two psukim contradict each other. This is how you have to answer. But Chila also at the beginning of Menashe made one pesel like patzvach, meaning a pesel l'lashon yachid, one face. At the end he made 4 patzufim facing every direction. So that the Shechina, wherever it tries to come from any side that it'll try to come from, will see the pesel, the tichis, and get angry. Achaz put up a pesel in the the attic of the Beis Hamikdash. Never like it says by Melech Yeshio when he took out from Yehuda all the Avodas Zaros. V'es hamizbech es hashal agag aliyah is achaz. It says all those mizbeches that were even on the roof, Aliyah, so you see, he placed in the attic, Achaz destroyed. Menashe added in the sin, Hamido, and he placed the pesel, the heichal, in the heichal itself, outside of the Kodesh Kodashim. And then, like it says, that he placed the pesel hasheda that he made in the house, Hashem el David el Shleima, the house. The Beis Hamikdash that the Eibushter said to David Shleima, in this house, which I have chosen me, from all the Shvat Yisrael, I will place my name forever. Amen. Added in the Chet, he placed David in the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Hamatzah, that the couch was short from being able to stretch. The cover tzara was tight because kanes when it was rolled up, meaning it was narrow for when it was curled up. What is the pshat? That the couch was too short for stretching out. This couch was too short for 2 gods to have rulership, and therefore one had to be destroyed. What is the meaning of the cover was too narrow for curling up? When he reached this pasuk, he would cry. The Eibishter who had written, he of whom it's written, about the Eibishter whom it's written, that he made the waters into a wall. Should an idol now become a tzara, a rival to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Sagt die Gemara, Achaz bittul David in the Beis Hamikdash. Achaz was mevatel David in the Beis Hamikdash. V'chasm sater in seal of the Torah. Shnemat Tzeir he tied to the, meaning the Avodah, which is the Eides to the, which the Shechina rests over there, and v'chaseim Torah belumdai. And he sealed off the Sefer Torah in front of it from the Talmidim from being able to learn that they should learn Torah. Menashe added in the sinning Kodesh Haskadesh. He erased Hashem's name from the Sefer Torah for Hadass Hasam Mizbeach, and he destroyed the Mizbeach. Amoin added in the Chet. Shesan of Sater, he burned the Torah. Hello Shmamiz Agam Mizbeach, and he brought spider webs, spiders over the Mizbeach, meaning that he was mevatel the whole Avodah completely. And as a outcome, there were spider webs on it. Achaz hitesev. Achaz was mater the Isaroyis, like he said it's mutter. Menashe added Shabal Achise. He lived with his sister. Amin was even worse. Baalima, he lived with his mother. Shnama, like it says in the pasuk, you amein he bashma, he amein added even more sin, was even more evil. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Lazar argue. One says that he burnt the Torah, and one says that he had relations with his mother. His mother said to him, can you have any pleasure from the source from where you were issued? It's not. We know there's no enough from that. Amalei said back to her, I'm doing this only to make Hashem angry. The earlier Meluchas did not know how to anger Hashem. And then he cursed Hashem. And he said, Hashem, we don't need God. Only for the sun. We have the gold and the brilliant parvam of gold, which provides sufficient light, which we already use. Yita later, let Abishta take away his son. We don't need it. Amalei said the Bnei Deda Shahayu Tzadikim. They said, the silver and gold belongs to Hashem. To me is the silver and gold, for says Hashem, the hosts, the Lord of the hosts. So it belongs to Hashem. So he says, no, David gave it to us. Like it says, the heavens are Hashem's, but it's not something Adam, but the earth he has given to the sons of man. Since Yaakov was so evil, why wasn't Yaakov mentioned between the kings who were in Sechet Ha'olam? Mishum Nechsiv, is because it's written concerning him. Now the rest of the matters of Yaakov and the disgusting things which he committed, and that which was found in him, that's because he wasn't mentioned? Certainly not. For sure he should have been mentioned, that he's not one of those that are deserving. So, what is the pshat? The meaning, that which is found on him. Rabbi Yochanan argue that he tattooed the name of, or whatever, of the Avodah Zarah on his Eva, on his male organ. One says no, that he tattooed the Eibishter's name on his Eva to be Mavaza. The Eibishter's name. Amalei, Rabba Mori said, that Mishnah enumerated Leishamaiti. I didn't hear why Yaakov wasn't enumerated, but the common people which didn't have a chiluk mabah, Shamaita, I heard why he wasn't included. Why wasn't Micha included amongst the common people who wasn't zeich mabah? Says because his bread was always available for all those passed by. Like it says, whoever traveled to and from the Levium, they had what to eat. He gave them to eat. It says, and it says, the rival shall pass through the sea, and it shall strike waves in the sea. Rabbi Yochanan gesagt, that this refers to the Pasal of Micha. Tanya was the Getchke Misa, the idol Micha. Rabbi Nosson says, Migrav Shila Shleisha Milin. From Gerav to Shila was a distance of only 3 mil. As a result, the smoke of the Mishkan or Beis Hamikdash and the smoke from the sacrifice of Micha, the idol Micha, mingled together. The ministering angels wanted to drive Micha, kill him. because of this disgrace. Leave him alone. Because his bread is always available for those that pass by. And it was on the account of this idol Micha that the people of that story with the Maisa, with the Pelagish, the Kankavioin of Guinness were punished. Said, when it came to my honor, when Micha's idol was set up, you didn't protest. However, at the front, to the honor of flesh and blood, the rape of the mice with the Pelagish, that's where you did protest. Ben Kisma, great. I will stop and leave this for tomorrow.